say I'm lazy. Wanna have my baby. Ain't gon' get me locked down. I can't get locked. Hold my Glock. I'ma come down. Hustling rocks on my block, cause they gon' pay. Wanna make my fitty. Keep the beat steady. Drop your drop on the belly. Make your trunk wave. Keep your corner paid. Make that trunk wave from the cradle to the grave. Me and screw you. What you wanna do?
What's going on, DBG?
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. You know, man, I had to have you in here for this hardest pit in the litter posthumous album review. R.I.P. to Big Pokey, man. And so let's just go on and get into it, man, and not waste these people time. For those who are not familiar with Big Pokey, man, Big Pokey is one of the SUC official and original members. He spit and he rapped on the June 27th freestyle, which is known around the world. And he released his debut album May 18th, 1999. Extreme classic, one of my favorite albums on the planet. And you know what? I didn't see anybody online that done a good, respectable review. I didn't see any reviews. Have you, DBG?
No, I hadn't. And that, for me, that's kind of disappointing, man, because that's a true legend indeed. And
yes, sir.
Like, to me, he's one of the most lyrical cats out of the H. So definitely got to pay homage to definitely one of the realest.
Let's do it. So before we get into the track list, I'm gonna ask you a question, man. Off top, do you remember where you were when you first heard this album, man? Just that picture for the audience and let us know. Give us the details, bro.
So my homeboy put me onto it. Cat I grew up with and everything. And he was like, "Man, you got to check this out." And I'm like, "Who is man? This dude out of Houston." I'm like, man, you don't really be on no H-Town music like that. And, man, he turned it on, and dude. It just caught me off guard like that. It was just, that was like one of the hardest albums. Like I said, my first introduction to screw music was 3 in the morning. But as far as just hearing that H-Town sound, what it really had to offer was definitely Pokey's hardest pit in the letter. I just, that album, man, was just, dude, it was the lyricism, the confidence, everything about it was hot. I'm trying to, like I said, it's a couple times trying to remember the first song I heard from it that made me really, I want to say it was Ballin' Parlay was the first song I heard off of. And then from there, just, hardest pit and the other joint. And I was just like, dude, I was captivated, man. Pokey really, that was early taste of lyricism out of Houston. It really let me know that Houston was on something totally different. So I became engulfed in that Houston culture because, I grew up on the outskirts. I grew up about 2 hours outside of Houston. So, we'd have cats that would go to the H and come, they would bring those great tapes back. We didn't really have a direct access to it. And then record stores slowly but surely started carrying it. And, man, we got engulfed that culture, man. And it was just like, man, y'all had some heat. Y'all still do. But that era, oh, my God, man, that was – you were looking forward to them joints, man.
Platinum, man. I had to bring you on, one, because I know you know music, but two, you offer a different perspective, seeing as you are from a town just not too far from Houston, but your relationship with our sound and, me being from Houston, your relationship to our sound is a tad bit different. I was asking, I said, man, so what's the first big HC album you heard? And you told me Big Pokey hardest pit in the litter. And that blew my mind. But then I completely understand it, because that was one of the albums from Houston that actually, believe it or not, ended up coming out re-releasing on Universal. So Big Pokey ended up getting a worldwide deal off that album. Did you know that?
Not that. No, I didn't know it was Universal. I just knew it received a lot of major looks, because it was we found out after he passed that a lot of mainstream artists knew him and embraced him.
Yeah.
So it's like, me and you said this off camera the other day. It was like, did he really know how much he was really loved? As far as from the music side of things, because Pokey, man, that was pun intended. He was the hardest hit in the litter. He had some gold. His bars had substance. You could visualize his lyrics. So, I asked myself that question too, man. Did he really know how much we loved him? I know he felt the love probably when he was doing shows, but did he really know that in our eyes we put him in that same regard as, say, a Biggie or a Tupac?
Yeah, man. It's unfortunate that we lost Big Pokey this year, man, and everybody's still dealing with that in the city and in the world, and that's why it was so important for me to do this album review, because this will live as long as YouTube lives, and I just want to give,
Yeah.
like I said, pay homage to somebody, man, that inspired me from a production level or rapping level. Because for those that don't know, DBG and myself used to be we were rappers, man. We and still do rap. I don't think you ever just stop rapping. I just think you maybe stop recording. You know what I mean? But you know, we go back, man, to 2000 and what 2003, something like that, 2001, 2002. I don't know.
2002, 2003 in that window. Like it's
Yeah,
2000s, man. Hey, back when
you
the
know,
computer still had the box screen.
bro, back we was on that Napster going crazy. I remember when Napster came out, but that's a whole nother story, man. But yeah, man, just me being a young Prairie View guy, man, straight out the hood of Trinity Garden, coming to Prairie View and linking up with a good friend of mine who ends up just so happened to be DBG's cousin. And here we are, man. We still rocking, we still holding it down, and we still fighting over music and who got the better opinion.
Yeah.
Which is gonna never. I think that it's always good to have those consistent rivalries. We've been consistent with our opinions since we met, and a lot of people don't. They
Yeah.
like yes men. They like yes men around them because they make them feel comfortable. But then there are people around you, the man, that just challenge you to think outside the box and really think. Because I'll tell you something, you disagree, and we just go at it for 30 minutes straight. And I
Yeah.
appreciate the shit. You know what I mean? It
It
bothers
does,
me
man.
nothing.
I
Yeah, man. So I've already kind of did a lot as far as paying homage to certain songs. But I do want to ask you, man, what's your favorite album? What's your favorite song on the album? You can't include Ball and Parlay. I'm just letting you know that now. Ball and Parlay is a cult classic. We're gonna take that off the table. Talk to me.
So it varies, with Podine it varies because the album definitely gives you a lot of different moves and different tones. So I have my days where this particular song is going to be that song that makes me know that's my go-to track. Or next day is this song.
Right.
Right now, and I mean, it may sound cliche, but it's like right. That is my joint right there for right now.
The June 27
And I feel like
remix
that
is
one was
like
just
that. Yes, sir.
sir,
One of my
sir.
favorites as well. And
It's a
so
dice
let's
on my
just
arm,
make my arm go numb. Charm like a light show. Can't you see I'm
like
the
a light
bomb?
show. Classic, bro.
Say,
Classic,
say, man,
classic.
that dude used to rap with so much ease, man. I'm gonna ask you
He
another
made it look
question.
easy, man.
Absolutely. So, who do you think had the best verse on it? Do you think Lil Kiki had the better verse or Big Pokey? Talk to me.
Putting me on the spot.
I had to, bro.
Oh man, because like there was so many. Man, oh shoot, dude, that's wrong. Cause I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say Podina, not because it was his album, but like I say, that last ball we just spit, that I feel like he kind of put the nail in the coffin with that. Because you could tell, you could hear with both of their verses, they were competing. It's like, hey, I'm gonna get that top spot, and they were competing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that
I
was
rock with that.
definitely I would say Podina had the high verse on that one. And but like I said, it changes for me. But for that, Podina definitely did his thing.
Respect. So, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you on that. I think Big Pokey gave him a run for his run for his money on that song, man. But those two guys being best friends have probably sparred since then. They've probably been sparring in this rap game, man, since forever. So, man, condolences to the family again, and I hope Lil Kiki is doing okay in life. Losing his best friend, Big Pokey, man. So I'm just like you. My favorites will sometimes waver as it relates to that album. But
Right.
today I'm gonna say, hands up, put your hands up. And one of the reasons why
Okay.
hands up is it's one of my favorites, bro, because it's an unsung hero. I remember when that album came out, man. Typically you don't even listen to the last song on the album. The last song is like, we trying to get out of here. We got to add more song to this album. We got to go. And
Right.
honestly, bro, I didn't listen to that song when I didn't really like it too much. But man, it's about a year later. I got a little bit older. Man, after that song, man, I seen the energy behind it, and it allowed me to understand a little bit more about Big Pokey. And one thing for sure that I got from this album is he really was friends with the people that he did these music with. You can hear the
Right.
sincerity in his voice on Hands Up. He's giving shout outs to every hood, man, every rapper. He talking about whose album coming out. He did the shout outs of all shout outs, man, and he let his youngsters shine. We got a chance to hear a young Chris Ward, which kind of in some ways
Yeah.
inspired me to get into the rap game a little bit more, man. Because at the time, I wasn't taking the music serious. But when I heard Chris Roy spit, and I could tell he was my age, I say, oh man, there's no way. I gotta come with it, man. These youngsters ain't playing. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Let's run through the track listing for that don't remember or forgot. So, number one, we got the intro. Number two, hardest spit in the litter, produced by Jaime, who also produced Diamonds in Your Face for C No from the Botany Boys featuring Lil Flip. Number three, we got Range Rover featuring Big Steve, R.I.P. Big Steve as well, produced by the Come Down King DJ Harvey Love. Number four, we got Tripping Me Out featuring Ronnie Spencer, produced by Jaime. Again, Jaime was known for replaying classics and making them sound H Town. You know what I mean? We got YSP at number five featuring Mr. Sweets and Chris Ward, produced by Big Swift. We got number six, Ball and Parlay featuring Big Mo and Lil Kiki, produced by Rico. I don't think I ever heard another Rico track, unless if I did, I don't remember. Number seven, Cold Classic, Who That Talking Down? Yeah, produced by none other than DJ Harvey Love, aka the Come Down King, aka the same guy that produced Bang and Screw and came up with the Waltz Nest. Yeah, man. Number eight, we got Reputation, produced by E Man. Number nine, we got everybody's favorite. It's Like That, the June 27 remix featuring Lil Kiki, and it's produced by Saddam. Not that Saddam, no, the other Saddam. You got you got number 10, Freestyle Pro, produced by Big Swift. Don't stop laughing, man. Produced by Big Swift. You know what I'm saying? Number 11, Leave Us Alone, produced by Big Time. You got Gauge Play, number 12, produced featuring Mr. 3-2 and Big Roo, produced by bro. Come on, 3-2 classic. You already know. This again is produced by DJ Harvey Love. You got number 13, Shady Game, featuring Chris Ward and Lil O, produced by Rico. You got number 14, Heavy Waiters, featuring Big Hawk. And it was produced by DJ Harvey Love. Man, DJ Harvey Love was all over this album, bro.
Yeah.
You got number 15, All In, produced by Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk, man, is behind a lot of the Fat Pack classics. He was a producer with Red Shot Records and Platinum Soul. You got number 16, Dog Proof, featuring C Note and Will Lean, produced by Double D. Double D is also the producer behind Southside, I believe. And Double D was also a producer with Red Shot Records and Platinum Soul. But then you got number 17, Hands Up, produced by Melvin. I have no idea who Melvin is, but Melvin, thank you for giving us a classic. We really appreciate that. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I remember when I first heard this album, I was working at Sound Waves on 45 and 45 Freeway. And
Sound Waves. I remember Sound Waves, man.
Yeah. And Tidwell, man. And the night before we got the song, we got the probably a few days before. And the night before, the manager would let us crack one of the CDs open and listen to it, because we had to tell people what was good and what was not. So you had to be able to say, "Oh man, I ride with this," or "I don't."
Right.
And man, I listened to that album, man, and boy, I was so impressed. I thought that nobody could outdo Fat Pat or even come close. But when I heard Big Pokey, and I had only heard Big Pokey from June 27 freestyle, so I was still kind of new to his. That was the first solo I have heard of Big Pokey. You know what I mean? Oh man, impeccable, man. It made me want to go get bigger speakers in my trunk, man. It had me skipping school the next day so that I can go and to CD and have it at school. So when I got out at 3:00, everybody could hear me jamming, banging Big Pokey. They're like, "How you get Big Pokey? He just came out." I'm like, man, hey man, I'm connected. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. I want to give some homage to my fallen SUC member, man, and somebody who's damn near raised us in this rap game. And it's a beautiful thing, man. George, anything else you want to add before we get out of here, bro?
Like I said, man, that was a true legend we lost. And I know me and you had talked off camera, like I said before. Did he really know how much people loved him and how much he inspired us? Because like I said, that album, that album has a lot of emotions, man. There's something for the ladies on there. There's something for the players. There's something for the gangsters. There's something for the hustlers. That album really was made for everybody. And it was an impeccable body of work at a time when, honestly, the music scene was being overshadowed in Texas. We didn't have locally we knew people, but we come to find out years later, this album was known on worldwide recognition. So to know that
Absolutely.
we had someone that close to home that was that impactful, man, that speaks volumes to his body of work. So I just like I said, it was an inspiration for me. Definitely motivated me being from Texas and being part of the Texas culture and everything. Because like for the, I feel personally, because this being from Houston and everything, you have the North Side and the South Side. Well, everybody outside of Houston, we felt like outsiders. But to hear this
Mm.
album, it really invited us and made us feel welcome. Because I mean, his first couple of words, take a trip me, and you literally went on a trip of Houston through this album. You
Okay.
knew
Damn.
how you felt like a part of H Town through this album. So it was definitely, I mean, it was a beautiful body of work. It's aged beautifully. It's still, it has a current feel to it to me. So it was just impeccable as far as the work. You could tell it was some great work put into it. I don't feel like it really had any filler songs. I feel like he really put a lot of effort into this project. And man, if you know, respect to his family and everything, Pokey raised us and he gave us something with this, and he didn't stop at just that. So I mean, just to be able to experience this out in my lifetime, to see Pokey in concert and stuff, man, that was a real artist, and he really respected the art form and the art, and he gave us a lot with this album, and it was the best was yet to come type situation.
Man, it hurts when we lose a legend, man, but the music will live forever, man, and that's something that we always have. So I think we'll be debating uh the best Big Pokey album till we well into our 80s and our 90s at this point, because we just to keep arguing. So anyway,
Yeah.
man, thank y'all for tuning in with me and my boy DBG on the posthumous hardest pit in the litter album review. Hopefully you got a little bit out of this, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.